Hello everyone, welcome to my capstone project demonstration. So this is my project called Kompare. It is an AI powered smart shopping assistant and product decision engine specifically for design for Indonesian PC builders. So an online shopper is often struggle to build a PC because there are a lot of thousands of parts and confusing compatibility rules and also hidden bottlenecks. So Compare solved this by acting as a smart AI-driven assistant that helped you build, upgrade, and audit your PC using an actual component data and price. The idea that I get from is actually from my real experience. That my acquaintance or my friends, they usually asking me to build a PC for them. They just throw me a certain amount of budget, which the purpose is that maybe for gaming or maybe for productivity or maybe for editing. So it's often for me a struggle to decide which component should I pick. So yeah, this is why I picked this idea for actually solve this issue. Okay, let's start on the demonstration part. After we clone the repository from my GitHub here, we will get this bunch of file, which is sorry, bunch of file here. But to run it, simply run this step.ps1 files that contains a command to run a front-end and backend server. Okay, so the local app will open here, the local web app, and then we can just close this readme.txt window and we focus on the build wizard.exe and audit one. So firstly we can just start from this window. Okay, next step is the build window. We can focus on the build window here. We have a few options, but for now I think I can just focus on the budgeting option here. Like we are putting 20 millions here and then selecting the mode on AI assisted, and then the profile is Gemini. We have two profile here. One is the local model using the LLM1. So we're going to just focus on the Gemini one, and then maybe yeah we keep it on balance spending 20 millions. Then we just generate the build. As you can see here, while this generate the backend is demonstrating a context pruning and structured prompt. Instead of feeding our entire database to the AI, which will break the context window, we prune the catalog locally and only send the most relevant and compatible candidates to the AI. The AI then return a structured JSON output that guarantee a perfect layout on the front end. And here is the result: a complete, fully compatible PC build that balance our 20 million budget for the gaming. So every part is strictly checked for the compatibility, like making sure the CPU socket match the motherboard. Like for example, here we have Ryzen 7 with the AM5 socket, also with the AM5 motherboard, which is perfectly matched. Also with the RAM socket here, DDR5. So yeah, we get the 9060 XT, which is really nice. You got 16 gigs of VRAM. On the left side, we also have the recommendation upgrade for our budget left, which is the remaining is 2.7 million rupiah. We can go for that budget. We can go for the CPU upgrade maybe, or maybe upgrade our RAM, because the current recommendation is using the only single piece 8 gigs, which is it's actually really small, but the AI also recommend to upgrade it on 32 gigs. Or maybe the PSU. The PSU is using VCC cooler, which is very decent, but we can just upgrade on 1650 watt. Maybe the user want to upgrade on the long term. But yeah, this is the result of the build. Okay, next step we have some feature here is that conversational shopping assistant with multi-turn context. After generating this build above, user often maybe ask some question about the build. For example, if I ask something, why did you pick this GPU, and is the power supply enough? So this is my question right here. We're going to ask the AI about this, and the AI will return. So the assistant has memory. The AI has memory. It already knows the exact part in my current build. It answer contextually. For example, the context is that our GPU is using the 9060 SFX by SFX, like the result above here, and also a BCC cooler PSU with the 650 watts, like here. Explain the rationale behind the GPU choice and confirming that PSU has enough wattage headroom. So if I follow up, maybe like, can we make it cheaper on the GPU? Maybe let's just ask. Yeah, we can actually have some response here, which is we can go with the RX 7700 XT, the 12 gigs of RAM, and it has a slightly lower performance. So we are going to save maybe like 500, maybe 800 rupiah, 800,000 rupiah. So that's actually good. So yeah, this is the multi-turn context feature we have right here, and that's it. We are going to move to the next feature. Okay, the next final feature that I wanna show off is the multimodal AI capability. Let's say the user was shopping on other e-commerce site, and they took a screenshot of their shopping cart. Here's the example of my intercommuter cart. It's actually have a decent AM5 build with the budget of 23 millions, so we're going to try that. Okay, I'm uploading a screenshot card. So the AI use a vision to read the image and identify the components and then map them to our actual database. So we have this result here. It successfully extracted the processor and other component parts, and it instantly run a compatibility checks. So here the species build is compatible and ready to go for general gaming. So this is actually compatible. And then so after that, the AI also telling us that has some compatibility issue. Maybe like the build include a single 16 gig of RAM. So the AI actually recommending us to use a two stick of RAM, maybe the configuration of 2 time for 8 gigs, or maybe 2 time 16 gigs. So in the this current build is using only one single stick, which is, yeah, that's why the AI recommending us to use a dual channel configuration. And below also it explained that some compatibility issue with the color socket, which is not maybe not support on the AM5 socket. It only support on the LGA 1700, which is the Intel one. Okay, so to wrap it up, Compare successfully integrate advanced AI techniques into a functional localhost application. We have demonstrated the context engineering and pruning for accurate data on this build wizard window, and also structured prompt for reliable JSON response. In this one is this part, and also conversational memory for the advisor, where we can ask the AI about the builds above. And the last feature that we have is the build audit window, where the multimodal vision AI for cart auditing, where we can ask about the our maybe our cart for the other e-commerce, to ask them if it's compatible or not. So yeah, this proves how AI can drastically improve the decision making process for AI e-commerce shoppers. also for the Indonesian PC builders. So that's it. Thank you.